Hey, Scruffy. So it seemed like you didn't want to see me earlier today. So, not sure how excited you're going to be for dinner tonight. So I have, let's see, your smelly fish, kibble, and chicken skin, and earth. We actually weren't that excited last night either. So maybe we'll do a quick dinner. So the weather actually was nice today. It didn't get nearly as hot as they projected. It was actually, I think, cooler than yesterday. Though there was more of a wind today, so it might have just been a wind chill factor. Unfortunately, I checked the forecast and it looks like, yeah, it's going to heat up. So the next couple days are going to be a lot warmer than today. Though they should be tolerable. But then there's a set of days after that where we go into another heat wave. So I'm not looking forward to that. So today was one of those days where it seemed like I was really busy but didn't really accomplish anything. So I'm a little frustrated. So I guess technically I did accomplish things, but they're really mundane things I just had to do. Didn't feel any sense of accomplishment, except for the fact that I got them done. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there was a incident. So I heard a crash came from the kitchen. I was not in it, so I, came investigating. It sounded like something fell. Couldn't figure out what could have fallen. And I found that I have a little food thermometer that has a magnetic backing, so I stick it to the refrigerator, and that had fallen off the refrigerator. And I noticed that there are 2 slots for magnets to keep it attached to the refrigerator, or wherever you attach it. And the glue, basically completely detached. And so one of the magnets was still stuck to the refrigerator, but I couldn't find the other magnet. And I'm still puzzled where that magnet is. So possibly it fell off before and I never noticed. But when I tried hanging it from the remaining magnet, it was it seemed like it was barely holding up, and then of course the glue doesn't have any binding anymore, so it quickly fell off again. So I need to probably re-glue it. I need to find some glue, but I think without the other magnet it may not be secure anyway, so I'd rather find the magnet first before I try re-gluing it. Just save me some trouble. But all in all, I've been actually very disappointed with this food thermometer. I bought it on Amazon. It was one of the Amazon picks or whatever. I don't think it was actually that good of a thermometer. I couldn't tell at the time, but I didn't know what to get, so I just kind of went with price and Amazon picks, and I think it was just sort of it's a thermometer. It works generally, so people buy it, and then basically it continue just feedback loops. It's on itself and becomes an Amazon pick because it was fairly inexpensive. But actually using it, I've been fairly disappointed. Lots of little things that bug me about it. So the first thing I came across was there's no way to recalibrate the thermometer. So I know they go out of whack after a while, and so if there's no way to recalibrate it, basically you have to manually test it yourself and then do the math in your head, and that's no fun. Second problem is I found that so it's not waterproof. So it uses, I think, a AAA battery, and so I have to wash it. You gave me a love bite there. So when I have to wash it, I have to, oops. There's one for a sleaze and then knock the brush. So anyway, so it's not waterproof, and so when I wash it, I have to be careful not to get water into the battery compartment. It would have been nice if they could detach the probe from the thing, or it was waterproof, so I could easily clean it without worrying about damaging it when I wash it. And then there's an annoying design decision, at least in my opinion. There's a little button on the back of it that toggles between Celsius and Fahrenheit. And every time I put down the thermometer, I hit that. Basically it triggers that button. And so every time I turn on the thermometer, it's always in a different mode because I had set it down somewhere and it's now in some other mode. And then a few times, the thing has glitched out on me, so I couldn't turn it on or it wasn't working. And it's not that old of a thermometer. I bought it after the lockdown started, so actually no, I take that back. I think I bought it a little before the lockdowns. But sometimes it glitches out, and then other times it's back to normal, so I don't quite understand it. And then, of course, the magnets came out, so it's not put together very well. So, because of the other problems, the magnets are just the most recent thing. But because of the other problems, I actually did start looking for a better thermometer, but I haven't found one that resonates with me. So I discovered that the thermometers actually get very expensive, and I don't think I can justify buying one of these really expensive ones. I just need a thermometer that is kind of accurate, and it'd be nice if it was easy to use and maintain, so easy to clean, and doesn't fall apart or glitch out. But I guess I'm asking too much, huh? So Scruffy's ready for his food. Okay, finish up on the side and then Get your food, huh? I think I heard a purr there. Okay, let's get your food. Oh, actually got a meow. I don't think Scruffy's been that happy to see me recently. Not sure why. Okay, so I'm done brushing. So let's see, I saw Scruffy on the table, I think early this morning, sleeping. But I think by mid-late morning he jumped off the table, if I recall. So the last day or two he hasn't been on the table as much as the prior days. And so around lunchtime I didn't see him on the table, so I thought I'd bring out the water. He was, behind the table like before. So I put down the water and I didn't back away because I think the past couple days he's actually approached if I just stayed there. So I thought I'd try that one more time. And I had to wait a little longer, but he finally approached. But I think just as he was going to take a drink of water, he turned around and ran away. So I don't think he's pleased to see me. So after he ran back, he kind of sat there for a little bit, and then eventually he just laid down, and he was basically telling me, go away. I'm going to wait you out, and then after you leave, I'm going to drink the water. Scruffy stopped eating. I wonder why Scruffy took a break. Okay, well, resumed eating. So anyway, I stood there a little bit longer just to see if he would change his mind, but he started to settle down, lie down, and I didn't think he was going to come until after I left. So I went back in, and then the moment I got the door closed, he got up and walked towards the water. So, he was deliberately waiting for me to go away. So Scruffy seems to have been unhappy with my presence in the past couple days, I think. So 2 days ago, around dinner time, I came into the kitchen and he was actually on top of the big table looking in through the kitchen window. And he's never done that before, but it looked like he was waiting for me to see when I was coming into the kitchen, so he knew when to feed him. So when he saw me, he made sure I looked at him, and he jumped off the table and came over here to the door. He didn't do that yesterday, but today, late afternoon, he actually did jump back onto the table and he was napping. And so around dinner time, when I came back into the kitchen, it looked like he was up and he was still on the table, and he may have been waiting for me again. I didn't have my camera at the time, but yeah, basically he saw me. I tried to ignore him because, unlike last time, I had not prepared his food or my food for dinner, so I needed some time in the kitchen to start preparing everything. So I wasn't going to feed him immediately. But after a certain point, I think he was satisfied I had noticed him, and then he decided to jump off the table and come over here. And he had to wait probably another 15 minutes, I'd say, before I came out. But yeah, he's pretty spoiled, so not only does he get to tell me to go away, and also command me to come and bring out his food. So Scruffy, I think, is eating slower tonight again. So I think because of all the extra chicken skin I've given him, he's not as hungry. But this is actually the last of the chicken skin, so I'm probably not going to be giving him extra chicken skin for a little bit. I have more in the freezer, but I don't feel like defrosting it yet. I'll save it for another time. Give him a break. See if his behavior improves a little. So let's see, I went for an interval run today. Since the weather was a little cooler, and it's probably going to be the coolest day in the entire forecast, figured I probably should run today. Even though I was kind of on the fence about it, but that's also kind of why I decided to do the interval run. I didn't think I had it in me to do the long run, even though I think the weather would be much more appropriate today for a long run. But I mentioned yesterday I went to Target to get some medicated corn pads because I have some sort of callus or corn developing on my toe. I think it's because my shoe has been rubbing when I go for my runs, and it's not healing or going away, and it's, I think, because I run just frequently enough that it basically prevents it from healing, and so I decided I need to do something to try to treat it. So I guess these pads, they have, I forgot the name, some sort of acid, salicylic acid or something like that. So I think it's just supposed to wear down the callus and eat it away. And then I think the pad also protects it a little bit from direct rubbing, so I have one of the adhesives on right now. But I paid a little extra to get strips, which are more like Band-Aids, in the sense that they're kind of long instead of just a little spot thing. But yeah, it was actually not long enough to wrap around my big toe. So I think it's actually having a hard time staying on. I tried securing it with a Band-Aid, just to kind of use the separate Band-Aid to just kind of allow it to completely circle. But I don't think that's working too well. But yeah, we'll see. So it looks like I'm going to have to treat this for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to move the balls, but it looks like he's leaving. There's like still kibble and chunks of smelly fish in the bowl here. So yeah, I don't think he's that hungry. He came back. My throat's really dry. I feel like coughing. Trying to resist the urge to cough because I know it's going to terrify him. Especially now. So now everything terrifies him. Now he's done eating. So I think we're going to wrap this up soon. Okay, I'm going to have to cough here. Yeah. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.